said to this quarterback on the first-string football team, I said, let's go down to the funeral home, see if they'll let us sing. We'd heard that he was going to ship his body out at 5 o'clock the next morning back to West Virginia. So he said, okay, we'll go. We went down. And the undertaker said the family's here. And as soon as the family leaves, said, I'll let you see. So now he's still on the cooling table, but I'll let you see. Well, the family left. The undertaker said this way. He said, go in that room there and take about 10 steps and stop. It's dark in there. We took about 10 steps and stopped. He flipped the light off, and when he got there, he turned one on. And there's caskets stacked all the way up to the ceiling. Well, that made you feel a little eerie, you know, all those caskets there. Then he said, go through the next door, take 10 or 12 steps and stop again. We went in, turned this light out. He comes through the room where the caskets are. He switched the light on somewhere, and when he did, there that guy laid right here on that cooling table. And I'm not joking, I never heard such a thing. Flim, flam, bap, bap, flip, flip, flop, flop. I looked around, and that quarterback, great old big quarterback, was standing there, and his knees was actually hitting one against the other. We got back to the dormitory, and he said, my roommate's gone home, and said, would you stay all night with me? I said, why, yeah, I'll stay all night with you. And so we went up on the 3rd floor of the dormitory. His roommate slept on the bottom bunk. We got ready for bed. Listen to this. The moon was shining so bright that night, you didn't even need a light in that room. I'm not joking. It was really lit up. That moon was fully shining that night. And so we got to bed. And I've always wondered, that ain't happened to save my neck. I'm like that fella said, the devil made me do it. But anyhow, I had out the back of that dormitory 3 old plot hounds, bear dogs. And friend, about that time, one of the old hounds said, ow! About that time, the other 2 started. They're never in tune. I mean, when they howl, they're all out of tune. And I tell you, it just come to me what to do. And I took my hand and I started it right there. And hey, the moon was shining. He could see everything. And when I come on, hey, you never heard a woman scream like that fella hollered. And listen to me. The door was right here, right next to the bed. Well, when he come out, he hit a wild rocket. And he was trying to get through the wall. He was trying to run through the wall. He is shook up. He's gone 10 minutes and come back and want to fight me. Now listen, you get your nerves torn. They send out news that the Chaldeans, the magicians, and the astrologers come in. Belshazzar said, I'll make the 3rd rule of the kingdom, put a scarlet robe on the body and a gold chain about their neck. That crowd came in. They began to see where what the moon was. Quarter moon, half moon. They looked to see what the zodiac said. They want to see what the signs were. In the hips, the head, the back, or where. I was in a home the other day. A woman fixed some kraut. I said, you must have made this from the signs in the feet, because it sure does stink. Amen. But anyhow, brother, listen, they tried to figure it out. They tried to figure it out. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. The world doesn't know one thing about the Bible. Not one thing. The natural man cannot understand the things of God. Don't know a thing about it. The magicians